What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live here on a Monday, starting off your week right. We got 3 off days until the next Blazer game. The next Blazer game is Thursday, so we will have another Blazers Uprise Live before we have another post-game show. Nice to get a couple days off. Eric, how's your Monday?
Not too bad. Just worked a little bit this morning, and now I'm ready for our picks.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for this as it's 8 games today. Monday's always kind of the jam-packed day. Let's take a look at the picks against the spread standings. If you're new to this segment, we pick games on Mondays and Thursdays based on the spread, and these are the records based on correct picks or wrong picks. Eric's up top. We'll talk about the standings in a second. Actually, let me thank BetOnline, because all these spreads are brought to you from BetOnline. If you want to get in on any of the action with any of these spreads, check out betonline.ag and use the promo code BELIEVE, and you'll receive 50% rewards. That's BLEAV for a 50% reward bonus. So if you've been picking these games and doing well this year, maybe you want to get in on that action. I don't know. Eric, you've been doing well. You're 4 games above 500. You're the only one above 500.
Yikes. That's probably not a good thing, right, with 8 of us picking.
Yeah, not too good. I mean, we're not too far below, but I don't like being 10 games below. It's kind of rough being down here, but I'm only 7 games back of you. Jackson's gone into a bit of a slump. He was leading this thing, looking really good, but has struggled the past 2 or 3 episodes. Only you and Connor. Year. Yeah, that was Jackson's move last year as well. Start strong and then don't know what happened. But you and Connor went 500. Everybody else below 500 last Friday. Friday we picked games because there was more of them. Aeromancer's down there in last right now, the rookie, but I mean, he's only 14 games back. You got 8 games today. You can make up some ground. Trevin and Zach barely ahead of them. Me and chat real close. It's going to be interesting to see where this thing goes. Anyway, let's jump into game number 1. We got Orlando hosting the Milwaukee Bucks, and Milwaukee is a 9-point road favorite.
So Milwaukee is without Serge Ibaka, Marjon Beauchamp, Joe Ingles, and then Brooke Lopez and Grayson Allen were just both ruled out as well. The Magic are without Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Chuma Okeke, Jonathan Isaac, and Mo Bamba.
All right. So the big 3 from Milwaukee is playing, or did I miss a name?
The big 3 is playing. Pretty much no one else.
Yeah. That's interesting. I feel like Orlando has the big bodies to throw up against Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I'm not sure it makes a difference at the same time.
Connor is taking the Bucks.
All right, Connor's the only mod to send in his picks. He's going Bucks.
I'm also going to go Bucks. I just haven't trusted the Magic enough lately. I went with them a lot this season, and they haven't really panned out for me.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks as well. I was on the Magic train to start the year. I'm off it now, mostly because of injury. Jackson, Trevin going Bucks. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, Jackson, Trevin. And is Aeromancer here for once? Normally he has to send in his picks.
He chose the Bucks too.
All right. Awesome. Good to see Aeromancer in here live. What is Zach going with?
Zach is Bucks too.
Wow, we gonna have a sweep with Milwaukee, it looks like, on game number 1. Didn't we have a sweep on game number 1 on Friday, and everyone was wrong?
Yep,
that was Wizards versus Hornets. So, yeah, sweeps aren't necessarily a good thing. But chat tends to end up going with the consensus. No surprise there, because they are the consensus. Anyway, everybody going Bucks. We'll see if we have a repeat of the first game from last Friday, where we were all wrong when we all picked the Wizards. Anyway, game number 2, we got Charlotte hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are a 6-point road favorite.
So the Clippers are without Norm Powell, Musa Diabate, and Jason Preston. They had 3 players questionable: Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Luke Kennard. All 3 are going to play with limited minute restrictions. And then the Hornets are without LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, Cody Martin, Dennis Smith Jr., and Mark Williams.
surprised. This spread's very interesting, actually.
Connor's going Clippers, as am I.
All right, you guys are going Clippers. This spread, by the way, has moved to 6.5. That way we won't have to deal with the push, too, so I'm going to update it to 6.5. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine. Jackson and Trevin are also Clippers.
Yeah, I'm going Clippers as well. I would be shocked if... But then again, last Friday. Anyway, so you said Jackson, Trevin, Clippers. And who else was Clippers? Connor?
Connor, yeah.
What are you thinking?
I said Clippers, too.
Okay. And then Zach and Arrow.
Zach is Clippers.
Are we going to have another sweep?
Maybe.
Maybe chat should get an island for once.
Arrowmancer is going Hornets.
Arrowmancer going with the Hornets. Arrowmancer wants his island. And then chat is going with the... Oh, chat's going with the Hornets as well.
Oh,
Chat
really?
tried to get an island. Yep. They tried. Anyway, interesting.
Mine says 51% Clippers.
Oh, after ended it?
Yeah.
I hit it at 52% Hornets, so that was after the buzzer. We'll count it because it's not a tie. All right, chat, you got the Clippers. Congratulations. We do based on final percentage. Unless it's a tie, then it's what I saw. All right, that's how we do it for chat. So, Arrow, you do get your island. Anyway, game number 3. You got Toronto hosting the Boston Celtics. Toronto is 1.5-point home favorites.
So the Celtics are without Robert Williams, Al Horford, and Malcolm Brogdon. Let me just make sure, because the spread changed quite a bit. Let me make sure there was no one else. Okay, yeah, looks like it. And then the Raptors are without Precious Achua, Otto Porter, and Juancho Hernangomez. Or Bo Cruz, however you want to say.
Oh, this is a tough one, man.
What's up with the graphic?
What is up with the graphic?
What? I don't know what Connor means.
Zach goes Raptors. I like the way Toronto matches up with Boston. I'm going to go Raptors as well. Connor went Celtics. Unless he's overriding the picks he sent you. Jackson goes Boston. Trevin goes Boston.
I'm going to go Boston, too.
Eric's going Boston. Yes, the spread is red, yes, for Raptors. Arrowmancer is going with the Raptors. Whoops, that's the Celtics. And chat is 52% Raptors, 56% erased at the end. Watch is going to be like 70% Celtics.
55%.
Nice. All right, we got a split vote. Awesome. Christmas colors. Merry Christmas. It's December. I can say that now. All right, game number 4. You got Atlanta hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Atlanta is 6-point home favorites.
All right, so for the Thunder, they're without Kendrick Williams. The Hawks are without John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, and Trent Forrest. It looks like, despite being a huge baby, Trey Young's going to play. I don't know if you heard that story.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, apparently he doesn't like Nate McMillan, and he refused to even show up for the last game. when he could have possibly played. So.
Dude, this is a hard game to pick because DeJounte Murray defensively against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a pretty good matchup for Atlanta, but they got all this drama and guys hurt, and OKC's actually been solid. This is the toughest spread of the day, in my opinion.
I am going to take the Hawks. Thunder is Connor's Thunder.
All right, Connor's Thunder.
Aeromancer is Thunder. Trevin is Thunder. Nate's not really a player's coach. He's known as the Sarge.
Lucky quarter time. Heads for Hawks. Whoops, it fell off the desk. Alright, lucky quarter says Hawks. Chat's going Thunder. What'd Jackson go with?
Thunder.
Alright, well, the three on the left are going Hawks. Everybody else is going Thunder.
It switched again. Chat's Hawks.
Did it switch again?
Yeah, 53%.
Jeez, man. Freaking YouTube. All right, we got another split vote. Love to see it. Cool. Game number 5. You got Houston hosting Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 8-point road favorites.
So for the 76ers, they're still without Tyrese Maxey. Georges Niang is also out. It looks like James Harden is making his return to the lineup tonight, albeit in limited minutes. For the Rockets, they only list Jayshawn Tate as being out. Connor's going 76ers. I'm going to take the 76ers as well.
I'm going Rockets. Zach's going Rockets. Neuromancer's going 76ers. Robbie, I'm not sure. Eric, do you know how long?
I think it was like 4 to 6 weeks when he got hurt. I don't remember how long it's been though.
Yeah, so it's
been at least 2 weeks. Well. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to like compare him and Anthony Simons throughout their careers. We need Trevin to make a pick, and we need Jackson to make a pick. Trevin goes 76ers. We need Jackson to make a pick.
Trevin is 76ers.
Yep.
Jackson.
All right, I'm in chat poll. It's Rockets.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jackson goes with the number team. All right, so chat, Zach and me going Rockets, everybody else going 76ers. Anyway, game number 6, Memphis is hosting the Miami Heat, but Miami is a 4.5-point road favorite.
Yeah, that is because, for the Heat, let me just real quick double check this. They're without Victor Oladipo, Omer Yurtseven, as usual. And, yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, there's not updates. Questionable are Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Dedmon, and Gabe Vincent. Probable are Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith. But for the Grizzlies, they are without Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, Danny Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., and then also list John Morant, Jake LaRavia, and John Concar, all is doubtful.
Interesting one. Yeah.
Zach and Connor are on the Grizzlies.
I'm on the Heat.
What?
What?
Are you allowed to take the Heat?
I'm on the Heat today.
Oh, man. I was going to say Heat, but now I don't know. Yeah, screw it. I'll take the Heat, too.
Trust me. We're vibing today. If Tori's going Heat, I'm going Memphis as Aeromancer. Alright, take that L. You would think Memphis would be easy money. Trevin is Miami.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jackson's going to go Grizzlies, but he hasn't voted yet.
Zach, Jaw is doubtful.
Well, why are you voting before you hear the injury report?
Well, you can change your pick if you want. The Aeromancer missed it too. Listen to the injury man. Jackson says Grizz.
Zach's not changing his. I don't know if Aeromancer is going to change.
Well, anyway, Grizzlies going. Chat's going Grizzlies. I almost said Grizzlies going chat, which would have made no sense. All right, so me, you, and Trevin are on the Heat. Everybody else on Memphis. Game number 7, we got Dallas hosting the Phoenix Suns, and Dallas is 3-point home favorites.
So the Suns are without Cam Johnson, Chris Paul, and Torrey Craig again, along with Dwayne Washington. The Mavericks have Christian Wood listed as questionable.
Yeah, I'm going Suns.
I list the out players first. Jaw was doubtful, so I can't list him as out if he's not officially out yet.
Zach is Mavs. Aeromancer goes with the Dallas Mavericks.
Connor is also Suns with you guys. I'm going to take the Mavericks.
Jackson says Suns.
Jack Suns. Get it?
Alright, chat's going Suns. And final game, we got Golden State hosting the Indiana Pacers in a battle of yellow and blue teams. Golden State is 11-point home favorites.
All right, the Pacers are once again without Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte, Daniel Tice. They're playing on the second night of back-to-back as well, as we all know. TJ McConnell, James Johnson, questionable. For the Warriors, we got Andre Iguodala and Andrew Wiggins as out. Jordan Poole is questionable as of right now.
They have James Johnson?
Yeah. I had to look up what team he was on because Underdog
I thought he was out of the league. That's wild.
He obviously didn't play last night.
Yeah.
All right, Jackson, Trevin, Connor, and me, Eric.
And me.
All Warriors.
me, you, Jackson, Connor, and who was Trevin? Who was the other one?
Trevin. He played 4 minutes last night. I don't remember.
I don't remember it. Probably garbage time. Zach says Golden State. And Aeromancer.
Chat Island?
Chat's trying to get a double down island. Which would be the first time in history.
That'd be hilarious.
Aeromancer goes Golden State. In chat, congratulations. This might be the first time ever that you got yourselves an island. It's not a terrible island. You're getting 11 points with the Pacers. So good luck. Whoops, I forgot to change that logo to a Pacers logo. Yeah. Just take a good look at this, Eric. It might be the only time we ever see a layout like this.
Wow.
Anyway, is that their double down?
No, they had an 80%.
80% double down. Connor ended up going with the Celtics. He sent picks in before, but he's also here. 80%. What was their double down?
Bucks.
All right, I'm doubling down on the Phoenix Suns. I'm feeling strangely extremely confident today. More confident than I have all season long.
So I should double down on the Mavericks then?
Yes.
I'm going to double down on the Clippers.
Oh.
Why?
I was ready to give you the Mavericks. Philadelphia, says Trevin.
Philadelphia. Jackson says Thunder. Jackson wants to lose another double down.
I need to update my labels on these folders for the double downs because I still have Krish's name where Aeromancer is.
Zach is has the guts to do it, so he's picking Mavericks.
All right, good luck, Zach. Actually, no, bad luck, Zach. I'm throwing a silver logo in there just to differentiate. And Aeromancer is going with the Philadelphia Svendy Sizers.
All right.
All right, so as far as double downs go, you got Trevin and Aeromancer agreeing. Me versus Zach with Suns Mavs. You got Eric going Clippers, Connor going Celtics, and Chat went... Wait, who'd Chat go with? They didn't go with Bucks, did they?
Yeah, Bucks.
Oh, they went with the Bucks? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't believe that.
It's
anyway.
80%.
Yeah, so we'll see if Chat can win maybe their first island ever. I don't remember if they've ever had an island, but normally they go with consensus, so this is going to be fun to see them get a loss when everybody else gets a win, and that is picks against the spread. Anyway, so I don't know, we don't have a ton to talk about today. We did a whole post-game show yesterday, but 3 days off. We'll have another episode on Thursday where we preview the Nuggets game because it'll be right before the Nuggets game, but I thought Dame looked good last night, man. Back from injury, looked fresh, and he had a couple post-game comments about how he didn't feel anything, how he felt fine, and he let on basically that it didn't seem like he got back to 100% when he came back the first time.
Yeah.
That was my biggest takeaway from his comments, and now he supposedly is back to 100% or very close to it. And he struggled after coming back from that first calf injury. Didn't play like himself, had some games where he really, really struggled. Before that, he was dropping back-to-back 41-point games. So I liked hearing that, actually, that, okay, yeah, he was indeed not 100% when he came back. He looked sharp last night, looked quick. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in future games, obviously, but went 5 for 10 from 3, got some good threes, and just kind of played within the offense. Didn't really force a ton, just kind of played off guys at times, made some things happen, but was just overall efficient and very solid. So I thought last night and then what he said after was a big positive, and now he has 3 days rest anyway before the next game. I think we got Dame back for hopefully an extended period here. Hopefully he doesn't have any more lingering issues, and that was the biggest positive from last night.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to help. And like we talked about last night, having all 3 of our main players all playing well at the same time makes this team very tough to beat, even if the defense is questionable. I mean, I think Dame is going to, like, even if he does take some time to get back, I feel like he's getting such more quality shots than he's used to getting. So even if he does struggle to get back, it won't really matter because everyone's playing well around him, and he doesn't really have to like push it if he doesn't need to.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we just wait on the return of Gary Payton II. Andy Marchant asks you, have you heard anything about GP2 returning? And then I'm not going to read the second sentence because I don't give that any credence or credit.
I mean, he could be back next game. I'd be kind of surprised if he played on Thursday. I think we're most likely it's going to be like later in December, but yeah, that's just a guess. I don't know any inside information on that anymore.
Yeah, so somebody else said that he might be a chance for the Denver game. Might be a chance. If that's a quote, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Might be a chance. I don't know.
Well, some people hedge their bets, so they're right either way.
Yeah, exactly my point. So, anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much more about that. But hopefully we get GP2 back at some point. Getting GP2 back for that Denver Nuggets game would be nice. Would be a boost. I'm just wondering how many minutes he gets when he does return. Is he going to be on a minutes restriction, do you think, for a while? How do you think they're going to handle that?
I think he for sure will be. I don't think they want to push him too much. So, I mean, after a week or two, if he is not feeling sore after every game in the core area, I think maybe then they'll have it lifted. But the first week or two, for sure, probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the minutes the last night, obviously there's a couple garbage time minutes, but you had Eubanks and Nurkic handle 44 of the 48 center minutes. A couple of those minutes without either of them was garbage time, I believe. So you're looking at those two probably handling the backup center spot, but you have Watford playing some backup 4 right now. Watford played 17 minutes. Grant played 33. I think Watford played 2 of those minutes at center, and then 2 of those other minutes came in garbage time. So right now it's essentially Grant and Watford have been playing the 4 spot. Justice Winslow came off the bench, but he's playing the 3. I think Justice Winslow's better at a 4 or even a small ball center. I think when GP2 comes back, if he gets, 16, 17 minutes, I actually think it'll be for Watford. And Winslow will get bumped up from the backup 3, which he was last night, to being behind Grant, being the backup 4.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they do like Watford, but they like Winslow a little more. So, yeah, I could see. It's back to the conundrum we had at the beginning of the year where we were trying to find minutes for Winslow knowing he was going to play. But then where does that leave Watford?
Without Nas right now.
Yeah. So I think you just I don't know. I still think the starters are playing a little too many minutes. So I'd like to get their minutes down a little bit too. I think it might be kind of a feel, uh, not necessarily like a set thing, but like matchups and feel where Watford might play a little more backup five than he's used to. Winslow might as well. So that's where they're going to get minutes. I think they'll both get a shot some games. I don't think Winslow will ever get completely taken out of the rotation. So yeah, he probably has the first shot at it.
I think Sharp's minutes might get cut a little bit too, depending on how much GP2 plays. I think GP2 might get some minutes from him because he's just been so rough defensively. And, he's been solid offensively this year in terms of making shots, but every game he's down for a bad turnover and isn't somebody that's creating for others at a real high level yet. So considering how this team is trying to win games, I think you could see Sharp's minutes getting cut because he's not getting it done on the defensive end. So I think Watford and Sharp are where GP2 will get his minutes from, and then Watford might steal some minutes from Eubanks. Like, it won't be Eubanks and Watford. It'll be more of an either-or situation. And then Justice, I don't think you need to play him 24 minutes a game, which he played last night. Like, I've talked about Justice all year. He does some things well. It's just tough to make the offense work with his lack of shooting, especially when you play him next to a Watford or a Eubanks. And when I look at this bench lineup, Eric, with GP2, he's such a great cutter. I want space with GP2 in the game. I want as much space as possible. I don't want GP2 to be cutting and Winslow's guy to already be in the paint, and Eubanks or Watford's guy to already be in the paint, and GP2 is cutting and it doesn't make a difference, even if he back cuts his guy or is moving well off the ball. Like, I still think things could end up too clogged. So that's where you have to mix and match. Certain guys probably mix and match bench guys with starters in the middle part of halves, because I'm not sure how much I like Winslow and GP2 on the floor together. GP2 shot the three ball decently last year, but before that was a questionable three-point shooter. Mm-hmm. And, his cutting works well with Winslow having the ball, but when Winslow doesn't have the ball, if he's playing off ball, that guy's going to sag, clog up the paint, especially next to another big man. So I'm okay with those two playing together if Winslow's a small ball five, but assuming he's not going to be the backup five, it's still going to be Eubanks or Watford. I just think you could end up with things being too clogged, and then a guy like GP2, who's one of the best cutters in the league, in my opinion, his cuts probably aren't as lethal. In transition, it works, but in the half court, it'd be a question mark.
Yeah, for sure. I do like that we have, a situational defensive lineup once Gary Payton's back, where we could have all the guys be switchable and you feel comfortable on it. I don't want to see, despite them playing fairly well on defense, I don't really want to see Dame and Ant in those situations. So it'll be nice to have a bunch of guys that we can go to and have a switchable lineup. But other than that, yeah, I agree. I don't really want to see them on the court together, which unfortunately, if they're both coming off the bench, they probably will be.
Yeah. Because when I think about it, I think the best four guys to have next to GP2, one of them is Dame or Ant. Mm-hmm. One of them is Josh Hart. One of them is Jeremy Grant. And then I think Yusuf Nurkic as well, because he can pass from the top of the key, and he's been shooting the three ball well. Was 2 for 3 last night. So, Grant is obviously a great floor spacer right now. Josh Hart can pass and can push the ball in transition. Like, I think Josh Hart and GP2 together would be intriguing. So that's the thing, though, is when Chauncey is going to make his first substitutions once Gary Payton II's back, it's going to be more than just GP2, I feel like, unless things are going bad at the start of a game and he needs a lockdown defender subbed into the game in 3-4 minutes because things are going poorly and somebody's going off to start a game. So, I expect GP2 and Winslow to play together with like Nurk, and I expect it to have some impressive moments, but I just the more spacing you have, the harder it is to deal with good cutters.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have guys ready to help on a cut. Because they're worried about guys beyond the three-point line. That's just the way it is. So it'll be interesting just to see how the offense functions with Peyton and who he plays with.
Yeah. Well, if you have Winslow and Gary Payton in at the same time, so the problem is it comes down to timing then, like, because if Winslow's guy is sagging off him, he needs to cut through and go to the other side, and that should open up the lane for the second cutter, which should be Gary Payton the second. But the problem is that requires two people to both know exactly when to cut and do that, when we already see how many times we struggle with just one person cutting in the right spot. So that's like, the more people you need to cut on a play, then the exponentially tougher it gets to make the right play. So so I think it could work. It's just really the margin for error on like timing and stuff really becomes slim in those situations.
That's where I'd rather have a Jalen McDaniels instead of a Justice Winslow. Just a guy that can spread the court, hit threes, straight line drive, attack closeouts. That's where I would like to have, that extra floor spacer out there with the bench unit.
Mm-hmm.
If Watford could shoot threes, or Eubanks could shoot threes, or Winslow could shoot threes, and make things a lot easier. It's just with those three guys, right now they are three of our four main bench guys. None of them are shooters. So that's just the problem I have. It'll be interesting to see how Chauncey handles it. I expect to be talking a lot about lineups and lineup combinations once GP2 comes back, because when it comes to basketball, man, you just want to put together a lineup that's cohesive. You want different skill sets on the floor, but, if you have a non-shooter, you want shooters around them so that their non-shooting isn't an issue. If they're a non-shooter or a good cutter, then that spacing will benefit them, right? But if you have too many of those, non-shooters and cutters, then they will clash. So it's all about having a cohesive unit that minimizes individual weaknesses. So that's the key. It'll be interesting to see when GP2 comes back. I'm not expecting him back in the next, couple of games or anything, but we'll see. You talked about it last night, Eric. Do you want to give a little refresher on just the soreness and what
he's still, so when he works out or plays, he still has soreness in that area he had surgery in. And so they're still trying to determine whether or not to push through that, if it's normal, or if it's something they need to be cautious about and wait till it goes away. At some point, I think later in December is why I guess that. I think they'll just decide to let him play and see if it is just sore from having the surgery and just needs time to, he needs to get used to having it fixed, and maybe mentally, not think about it. So I think playing is the only real way to solve that. I don't think it's a case where they're just going to sit him out all year if it never gets better. I think they'll at least try to play before looking at other options.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like anything that would stop him from playing 3 days from now, but who knows? It'll be interesting to see, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you have a question for us...
I have some lined up here.
I was going to say just toss them in our freaking mailbag thread, but...
this isn't really a mailbag one, but George Alonso says, "Hey, I'm a Pels fan. I love y'all's show. I do want to say I saw your episode after the game. Y'all said CJ is having the worst play in a while," which is true, but he had COVID and still getting back. Yeah, I know he was sick for a while, but what we were referring to is just his shooting splits are the worst of his career since he started, playing major minutes. And so his shooting numbers, he's not a 33% three-point shooter. He's not an under 40% from the field guy. So I expect those numbers to be better. But yeah, he was dealing with that illness recently, but even before that he got sick, he wasn't playing well.
Yep. Alex Wolf asks, when does the mailbag drop? when we get enough questions, because y'all been slacking with the questions. Y'all been Normally, you guys are great with getting us 30 questions or so, but and even the last time we did it through the Discord, y'all still got us 30 questions or so. This time around, it's been a little rough, so I dropped a link. Go ask a mailbag question there, and we have some in a different thread that we can ask. So just want a couple more, but don't want to put out a 4-minute mailbag video or anything. So go ask us some questions. But with 3 days off, there is 1 or 2 things that we can, 1 or 2 other videos that I might throw out there for you guys. It's just nice to have 3 days off. Yeah, we'll take 1 or 2 more questions and then sign off here. As I said, if you have a question, that thread is there for you guys. We try and answer everything, right? Obviously, we can't do it in chat and during a live stream, but that's what mailbag videos are for.
Taylor asked earlier, since I've been criticizing coaching a lot this year, do I still believe in Chauncey? Yeah, I mean, I still think it's to be determined, but in terms of what I want the coach to focus on and like what I think his priorities would be and accountability and putting an address on all of it, I think he has the right approach to be a great coach. I just struggle sometimes when he can't seem to get it to translate onto the court. But I mean, I'm fine with Chauncey. I haven't like turned on him or anything. Like I still think he's the right man to get this particular roster to turn it around if they're capable of it.
Yeah, I mean, every coach has their weaknesses, so no coach is perfect, and some coaches are really good for a specific roster, but if you have other players or attitudes on that roster, they don't mesh well. So, it's hard to be a coach in the NBA. Sometimes rosters make a coach, and sometimes coach can make the most out of a roster, and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. So, we'll credit. That's why I like to talk in specifics instead of generalities when talking about coaching. I think Chauncey's been fine this year. That's the thing with the whole putting an address and everything on it. If these players were truly as gassed as I think they might have been in November, you don't want to go too hard. But you also don't want to let things slide. So it's just finding that balance, finding what will work best for the players on the team, because it's just about getting them playing as good as possible, whatever way that is. Different approaches work for different teams. Anyway, Echo, yes, the next 3 days, since we don't have streams Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, I want to get ahead on shorts and throw in some historical shorts and just get like 20 to 30 clips from the past and stuff that I can just randomly throw out there so that I can get the content consistent. I just haven't had the time to get ahead on some historical stuff. So I have like a list of like 50 different clips. If you have a memory or like a favorite stream moment from the past, it could be this season, it could be last season, it could be the first season we ever did Blazers Uprise, go to our Discord and just talk about it in the clips media section. Just let me know what it is, or tag me, or message me on Discord. Just let me know, because I'm trying to get a whole list and throw in some fun stuff from the past as YouTube shorts and TikTok clips and that sort of thing. So you guys can help with that if you want to. Anyway.
Do we watch Forensic Files? Tori, are you Forensic Files,
nope.
Guys? Do you know what that
nope.
is?
Yep. Nope. That's... I go ahead. I'm not gonna give my hater take on it.
So,
but...
my wife goes to bed pretty early, and she usually, has the TV on when she goes to bed, and so it's almost always on, like one of those Forensic Files type shows, or like sometimes she'll watch like Seinfeld or something like that. But yeah, a lot of Forensic Files. So I almost just like I'll start to get ready to go to bed, and I'll get caught up watching an episode or two. So yeah, I do watch that occasionally, but I don't like set out to watch them.
Yeah. I just don't understand people going to sleep watching something about someone who got killed. Just don't understand it, man. So, no, not my type of thing.
She like, I don't, it's more just like background noise. I don't think she like white noise of the TV. Yeah.
See, like if I do background noise, I'm gonna do something that's not super negative, you know.
Yeah,
Put me in a like that. There's been a few times in the past couple of months where, like, I go to sleep listening to sleep meditation, and it's like positive feedback and that sort of thing. It helps, like, it's supposed to promote like deeper sleep, and it's actually worked for me. And I wake up in like a really good mood. Normally, I wake up and I'm like, okay, check Twitter. That's from the trade deadline stuff, Eric, where I wake up and I'm like, did we trade someone? Did we trade? Like, I immediately get on my phone and start just like almost panic, like looking at my notifications. That's become too routine for me. So yeah, I wake up and it's all these notifications from just a bunch of stuff, and yeah, I always wake up and like end up overwhelmed within 5 minutes of waking up. Like, I always wake up and I don't know. I wake up frazzled basically. So I've been doing that a little bit. And when I wake up, I'm in a really good mood and just calm. So I like listening to positive, like, background noise.
Yeah. Well,
because I feel it in the morning.
For me, I got in the habit when I was in high school of listening to stuff like sports radio when I go to sleep. I just and that's the same thing with like the forensic files. I think it's not necessarily the content. It's just that it makes you think about something other than your brain being like, why did you not talk to that girl like 8 years ago at that restaurant or something? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just your brain bringing up like random stuff to like keep you up at night. So like, I think it's just like, it doesn't really matter what it is as long as it like helps get you to focus on something other than what's on your mind or what your brain's thinking of or bothering you about some random thing.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll fall asleep to like chess videos. I'll watch because I play a ton of chess, by the way. In case I don't really talk about anything like this, but I play a ton of chess. I'm actually pretty good. If you think you're good at chess, I'm down to play any of you. If you want the smoke on the chessboard, but I'll watch chess videos when I go to sleep. I just realized this because Taylor said I actually do fall asleep to Blazers Uprise. Yeah, you guys can fall asleep to us. I didn't even think about it that way, So, yeah, Eric, you can be screaming about a defensive breakdown, and that's probably somebody's like a lullaby, put somebody to sleep. Randall Pink Floyd says I fall asleep to Brant's Rants. There you go. But Alvaro, no, we ain't even gonna make that joke. But what's my 1600? I finally reached 1600 Aeromancer, 1600 elo in chess. So I'm trying to learn openings. So I'll go to sleep like watch it an openings video or something. I don't know. Kind of nerdy, but I'm proud of my nerdiness.
Tori, when was the last time you played Candyland?
Candyland.
Have you ever played Candyland?
The board game? Yeah. I didn't know if you were meaning
like
something else by that.
No,
Not since I was a kid.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I obviously played Candyland more recently, probably, but yeah. My daughter loves Sorry, so I play a lot of Sorry.
Yeah.
And this
Sorry is always a fun one.
This Frozen version of Candyland, play that a lot too.
Elsa version, yeah, nice. Yeah, I haven't played many board games.
Those games are all like luck, though.
Yeah. See, chess is just such like a mental exercise.
Yeah,
that's I don't know, man. It's every game's unique. That's where I really enjoy it. Is every game's unique and it's just 100% skill based, and it's it's kind of just a mental game. So I just play random people across the world. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. But anyway, we'll be live again on Thursday.
Frozen Moon asked if either of us play poker. I love poker, man.
Texas Hold'em? Yeah.
I'm all about poker, but I don't unfortunately, I used to play like once a week with some of my friends, and we've all kind of moved on to other things in life. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love playing poker.
I played online poker tournaments when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Nice.
And they had like ads on the website, but if you won these big poker tournaments, it would be like 100 people, you would win $100. So I'd always try and win those. Now I think, legal reasons the website got shut down, but yeah, I used to have fun playing
Well,
Texas Hold'em online at like 11 years old.
well, a lot of those sites got caught manipulating hands and stuff like that too. So if you ever got a bad beat, it was probably BS.
Yeah, exactly. Frozen Moon says Blazers Uprise poker tournament. Man, it'd be fun to stream stuff other than talking about basketball, but obviously it wouldn't make sense on the Blazers Uprise channel, so I'd have to create my own channel or something else. But Kirsten asks, what's your favorite YouTube channels aside from your own? The chess channel I watch is Gotham. And he's like a big basketball fan, always has these basketball references, so that's pretty cool. And then I watch some Rocket League. That's kind of my go-to game. So some of that, and yeah, just kind of random stuff. But my favorite channel is definitely Blazers Uprise.
I like Crushables, man.
Crushables, yeah, throw Crushables out there.
He's entertaining, even though I'm not really into this 2K stuff, but his other stuff he does, talking about NBA and reacting to trades on Bleacher Report and stuff, he's very likable.
Mm-hmm. We gotta get him on here at some point for sure.
And this might sound really lame, but I watch a lot of this guy called Leonhardt who just opens up Pokemon cards and stuff. It's obviously something I do with my kid, so yeah, it's.
Where's Brady? Brady's been playing Pokemon nonstop lately, man.
Yeah, a new game we just came out a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah. Brady's been will try to tell me to play it, and I'm just like, not really my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watch a bunch of different random stuff on YouTube. There he is. What's up, Brady? Yeah, there you go. You found your Pokemon, guys. So, anyway, any other questions you saw that you want to answer, or should I sign off? I gotta go make thumbnails for a dude that's covering winter meetings. He just did an interview with John Boy, so I just put together a John Boy thumbnail for him, which was cool. But yeah, he's like down there at winter meetings, like wants me to do all these thumbnails for all these interviews he's doing. So that's what I'm gonna do after this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite outdoor activity, not basketball?
Hiking? I don't know. I'll do anything outdoors other than play basketball. I don't go outdoors enough, honestly.
I love golfing, but I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, if I knew how to golf, probably golf, but fishing, not my thing.
Yes, fishing's fun, but it's like, I don't know. You have to have a license and equipment and all that stuff. It's just...
Blaze the Nug says, you guys buy basketball cards? Well, that dude that came in our stream chat last night saying Jarrett Jack Dunk and his name was 503 Trading Cards definitely made me not want to ever do trading cards because I don't, and I don't want to be advertised to. So, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you missed it last night, this dude came in with the 503 Trading Cards name and just kept putting random Blazers before the word dunk.
He was having some fun.
He got the whole chat to do it. There's a couple people that were like really mad at chat for doing it. It was a lot of fun. It was funny. It was normally chat. You guys are super straightforward and like on topic, and we don't let people spam or anything. So generally, it's pretty relaxed, and we'll get an occasional troll or two. But for a sports channel, especially when we go live right after games, when everybody's all emotional, chat's actually pretty normal, if that makes sense. So it was kind of interesting to see see one guy come in and take over chat. It was so dumb, but it was funny. So anyway, but no, we appreciate all you guys that participate in chat and make this community a community, because that's all you. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, thanks
before
everyone
we
for
sign
watching. Hope everyone has a good couple days, and I hope to see you all Thursday, both before and after the game.
Yep. Thursday, Blazers Uprise live at 3:30. Then post game after the Nuggets game, hopefully we get a win and move to 14-11. That would be pretty nice to beat them again. And then I will have a Believe in Blazers podcast between now and then we'll get the mailbag out. Just definitely go ask a question. I posted a link, and I will post another link. Go ask a question there. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord. There should be a link in the description, but if not, I will post a link here. You have to join the Discord before that mailbag questions link will work for you. So the second link is a Discord invitation. First link is the link to the thread with the mailbag questions. You can go down the left side of the Discord and you'll see a thread or a voice chat for everything. So definitely go check that out. We do game threads every game as well. So going to continue to try and make that the spot for the community, and hopefully you guys enjoy that and use it. You better use it. Anyway, that's a wrap for this episode of Blazers Press Live, presented by betonline.ag. There's still some games yet to tip off. If you want to get in on any of the spreads that we covered in picks against the spread, definitely use promo code BELIEVE, BOEAV, for 50% rewards on BetOnline. We got some games active right now, 8 games. We'll see where the standings lie after this episode. We'll see if I can make up some ground. We'll see if some of us can move towards 500, because it's been a struggle this year picking games. With that said, Eric, I think you already said bye, but any final words?
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we're out of here. Until next time, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.